to the Urban 2018 show with your host, Wayne Johnson, the talk show dedicated to uplifting and motivating individuals from all walks of life. Each week, we have the privilege of hosting incredible guests who provide incredible insights on a diverse range of topics. From local influencers to esteemed regional and national figures, they will share their experiences and wisdom to ignite positive change in our community. Get ready for another captivating episode of the Urban 2018 show with your host, Wayne Johnson. Let's embark on this journey of inspiration together.
Hello, everyone. I always clap my hands when I start. Welcome to another great episode of Urban 2018. And I know you see on the screen, but we're going to be talking a little bit. We're going to be doing some real talk with Dr. Theresa Smith. She's a native of Atmore, lives in Freemanville. And so we are so glad to have you on set, Dr. Smith.
Thank you.
And so we were talking before we started the recording. And I asked her, I said, when did you start your practice? And she told me in 2010. So, wow, awesome career.
Thank you.
And so we are so inspired. I mean, I am, because when I reached out to her, she said, hey, yeah, she'd be glad to do an interview. And then we know she's a native from Atmore, making a great contribution to the city, to the state, and to her whole career, helping people that can't help themselves sometimes. So, yes. Dr. Smith, thank you for being on set today.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much.
Amen. So we got 5 questions that we're going to talk about. Our first one. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what inspired you to become a licensed therapist.
Well, again, thank you so much for this opportunity this morning. It's such an honor to be back in my hometown, Atmore. I was born and raised here, right in the Freemanville community. Mm-hmm. And so I do not take this lightly to sit here this morning with you. Mm-hmm. What inspired me to become a therapist? I just always love helping people.
Yeah.
I watched my parents help others. My mother was a guidance counselor. She was also the first African-American guidance counselor at the local high school.
Wow.
And so I grew up in a helping family, in a helping community. And I've always had a heart to help others. So wow. I've been doing this for over 25 years now. Wow. I travel throughout the southern part of the United States. I'm licensed in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and Alabama, and wow. soon to be South Carolina. So I'm in between states, helping individuals just to heal and reach their full potential. And I just feel like this is my gift. Mm-hmm. You know, God gave this to me, and so I walk in it, and I try to help wow. people every day on my journey, whether I'm in my office or outside of my office. It's a passion that I have that I just wow. absolutely love.
Wow, that's awesome. You know, she said the word passion. Then she said the word her family, her history. You know, mm-hmm. so sometimes we are helping people because that gift that God has placed in a family.
Yes.
You know, you see different giftings and calling in different families. Like some people can sing.
Yes.
The Knight's family, they just
yes.
gifted to sing. You know, they don't have to struggle to do that. So your gift and calling is what you saw in your mom and was passed down of helping people.
Yes.
Hurting people, helping. You know, helping hurting people. And that's a gift and a calling that, you know, everybody does have. So we're so grateful to take. Let's go into our second question. From your perspective, what are some of the biggest mental health challenges that people are facing today?
What I'm seeing now, working across the various states, no matter what state I am in, the common theme has been people are afraid to ask for help. What I am seeing is that people are carrying a lot of weight.
Wow.
Some of the weight is not theirs to carry, but they're still carrying it because that is the expectation that we have built. You know, just get through it. You know, it'll mm-hmm. be okay. You can do it.
Right.
But sometimes people need some guidance. And so what I'm seeing is an increase of anxiety, depression, either anger,
wow.
frustration, because they are trying to manage different things and juggle in different parts. So the common theme has been an increase in anxiety and an increase in depression simply because they are carrying weight that really isn't theirs to carry.
Wow, that's awesome. And you know, we use that term like a KT kitchen table.
Yes.
And so sometimes I think if we go back to the kitchen table and talk out things, you know, and you know, like when we were coming up, sometimes mom could see or grandma could see, baby, what's wrong?
Yes.
And they could just see your physical makeup and just knew something wasn't
was
right.
wrong.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then, they would come back and say, come over. Because see, in our community, when we was coming up, it was different giftings in the family.
Yes.
You had one auntie that was so encouraging, one that would love you regardless of what. Then you had one auntie or uncle that was a disciplinarian.
Yes.
And they kept the family in line. And so, like you said, going through different states, you still see the same pattern.
I still see the same thing, especially among our African American community. We have been taught to, carry the load.
Right.
We have been taught to step in and to help our family members. We operate in units. And so we have been taught when someone is weak, we step in, and nothing is wrong with that. That's just who we are as a people.
Yeah.
But also, what we haven't been taught is that when you recognize that you're carrying too much, it is okay to step outside of the family unit.
Come on now.
And receive help.
Help.
Because we have also been taught that what goes on in our home stays within that home.
Yeah.
And so these are just some things that we have to get comfortable with talking to other licensed professionals or people that are trained in these areas to help you navigate through grief, navigate through life transitions, navigate through stress. And so these are just things that I don't want to take away from our teachings. But these are, hey, we're here. We can have Jesus and a therapist. And so, and I just try to, especially when I'm speaking with the elders, we can have Jesus and a therapist. And I want you, if you're trying to decide which one to have, choose Christ, but we can have both. We can both operate and be able to assist you. But I'm seeing that across every state that I've been in is that just not asking for help. And it's just increasing so much anxiety, and people are just walking around surviving versus walking around thriving.
Wow. People are walking around not thriving, just surviving. And so that comes back to the mental makeup of the mind, And really, I didn't understand that the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, where your core belief is, that frames some of those things, like you said, traditional. We were talking the other day, my wife and I was telling her, I said, some of the things that we were taught and we heard at the kitchen table. I say, we still, like, don't cross the street if you see a black cat, turn around and go back. How many times have I saw a black cat, backed up, went the other way, and finally, until I talked to somebody, they said, man, forget all of those old wise fables. But they're ingrained in us, and it's hard to get away from those things. And like you said, they're crippling us today. Because why? We're a stereotype, and then we stereotype ourselves, then our kids see us, and then they pick up the same thing and go through the same hurts and griefs that we. I just wrote a book. I think when loss cripples a community, and it talks about grief, and it talks about gun violence, and it talks about healing. Just my new book, it just came out, I guess maybe 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations!
Yeah, man. So that's my 5th book, but here it is, going from one stage to the other, and we're so glad to have you in the community. But a lot of people don't know that you are doing what you're doing.
No.
Yeah, they don't. Because see, I really did.
No, I'm not one for the spotlight and one for interviews. And I've been saying, my mother passed away last year.
Yeah.
And so people immediately start saying, well, she was on program to do something. Would you take her spot? And I was like, no. No. And I kept saying no.
Right.
No, I am not a speaker. I am not. I was like, I'm just a therapist. Like, no. And so people really had to kind of like, Theresa, come on now. Like this may be what God has you to do. And so I pray about each invite, and I'm always going to say yes, although I may be reluctant to say it no. I don't want to stop closing the doors that God has for me. But no, a lot of people don't know that I'm actually back home. I see people in the community and they say, how long are you going to be here? And I'm like, I live here because I live a very quiet life and kind of out of the way. I'm a mother first to a wonderful 11-year-old. And so that's my number one responsibility. And I nickname my son, his name is Carter, but everyone who works with me, they know that he is the director of operations. I'm the operation, but he's the director because my schedule has to go based on all the things he signs up for. But no, a lot of people don't know what I do, but I'm actually back home.
Okay.
I have an office in Atmore. It's
Yes.
at the Highway 21 North building,
Right.
3421 Highway 21 North in Atmore. I'm in Suite 210. And so people see me on Facebook. You can reach out to me on there as well to set up an appointment or to gain just additional information on how I can help the family. But you may not see me, but if you call me, I am going to show up.
Right. And well, when Adrian or Ariel
Yes.
Marshall, when she did the BET Awards, Black BET Awards, and they awarded you an award. And that's when because right when you was
Yes.
there, I asked you about an interview. I asked about 4 people there, and I was like, wow, I really didn't know that. Then I came to your office a couple of times, and so it's just having people like yourself in the community that's making a great impact. And so I know I got a friend right now that I was telling my wife that we're gonna reach out to her so she can reach out to you.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and because and the reason I'm doing this because see, people don't know that we have resources
Right
in
here.
our community. We have a network of people that's in our community, and so this is just part of the network. So when we do and post this interview, whatever, that people can see, hey, Miss Theresa Smith, born and raised here.
Right.
And so they're looking for trusted environments and trusted people that they can come and trust. Because we're so built on trust, that we won't reach out. Yeah, we like, and then we got Kareem Reynolds, the attorney here.
Yes.
So now we got Kareem Reynolds, the attorney. We got you. We got a lot of people, and then Miss Young,
Yes.
she's in mental health as well. So Atmo is growing, and so we're seeing a lot of things begin to bloom and blossom that our youth can begin to see that we have skill sets, we have knowledge, we have smart people, we have intelligent people, and God has gifted Atmo with a lot of successful people. If you just go back and start seeing what people that have come from Atmo and the accomplishment they've made in their personal life, man, you'd be like, wow, you don't know it. Because why? Nobody highlight the success. And I know, privacy is a great thing. But sometimes my wife tells me, say, you talk too much.
Listen, I am also guilty at times of oversharing, and I have to catch myself. Theresa, why did you say that? What are you doing? And so I am guilty for oversharing at times. And this is just how I am in my practice.
Right. Yeah.
I try to make people, create an environment and a welcoming space where you feel like, okay, I'm just going to talk to a good girlfriend.
Yeah.
But you're coming to talk to someone that, I have my PhD, I have my license, I have my certifications.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we just hanging out, kicking it, but I'm also giving you some educated responses. I am also advising you on some major life decisions. And so we are there. Under my practice, I do have several Black female therapists that are also with me.
Okay.
One is actually located in Atmore. She has an office there as well within my practice. We are all over, and we can service residents throughout the entire state.
Wow.
So we provide also telehealth. Okay. Even if you're in Atmore, I don't want to come into the office. Turn on your phone.
Oh, come on now.
Turn on your phone. We can do video. We can do phone call. We accept insurance. We do have a limited number of self-paced sliding scale fees.
Yeah.
I'm not turning anyone away based on what you financially cannot afford. Just come and talk to me, because everyone goes through something. This is life. Changes are going to happen. And I'm not trying to add to the stress, because therapy it's an investment.
Yes.
It is an investment.
Yes.
But I don't want it to be where you're choosing to, hey, I need to pay this bill, or I go up there and see Dr. Smith. I don't operate like that. And I believe that's why God has really just been blessing me in so many ways.
Yeah.
I'm not a millionaire by far. I'm not,
but you're close to
it. I really don't want for much in life.
Yeah, I got you.
I give more than I receive, and people often ask me, like, you're not going to be able to keep anything on because we haven't made a dime today. You see everybody for free. But God always spins the block with me. He comes back around and he gives me what I need. But I don't want it to be a choice where people are trying to decide, how can I afford therapy? Have a conversation with me and we can talk about ways in which you can receive healing. I think healthcare should be accessible to everyone, especially in rural communities. It was really my goal when I returned from North Carolina to come to Atmore and open up an office, because we really don't have many services here, and you don't need to drive to Mobile or Pensacola. It's your choice.
Right.
But my goal is, whether you come see me or someone else, please get the help that you deserve.
Yes.
You deserve it.
You deserve it. And so true. And when you was just saying that, I was just thinking, because see, in ministry, we become a network as well.
Yes.
And so now, Bruton, Monroe, Evergreen, Bay Minette, Mobile, Pensacola. So now that the area that we begin to talk to people, because I know people in all those areas that are pastors, that are leaders, and their community, they're in the community. And so these same issues, like you said, in all those 5 states that you went to are still there. And so I just, wow, awesome. So transformational change. Look here, this real talk with Dr. Smith today. So you're here to hear on the Urban One 2018, and I'm your host. And boy, I tell you, man, some good information here. And so give us your website and some other place they can DM you through Facebook or Messenger.
I'm on Facebook. My Facebook page is Dr. Theresa L. Walker Smith. If I'm local, so I may be friends with a lot of residents. You can also reach me through there, and I can give you the information. But I have a website, and it's Dr. Theresa TERESAL Smith.com. You can also text or call me. And so that number is 1-866-588-2795. And you can text that number. It's not an automatic service, anyone picking up. If you text and call, I answer my own phones. I return my own calls. Because from the moment you reach out for therapy, I want you to know that you have me. I'm easily accessible, but then I'm not. But when you're reaching out for therapy, some people have just really spent years, making the decision, I want to receive help. I don't want to make it difficult for you. So that's why you can text, you can call me, you can DM me. Wherever you find me on social media, you can slide in my inbox or my DMs, as they say. And and let me know what you need help with, and we'll go from there. I'll put you back on the right track, okay, to get you out the inbox on a professional platform. Come on now. But I have to meet you where you are.
Yes.
And that's what I'm determined to do. I don't want it to be difficult starting therapy.
Wow, that's awesome, like that. And so, because when you said that, my auntie just passed away, and she was she was a person like yourself, easy to talk to, And some of the times that I called her when I was going through some troubled times, I was telling my cousin, I said she just had that gift that, when you talked to her, things felt better when you left. You came away with something that you could hold on to going through a difficult moment. Because life is, like the young people said, life is life. And so we're holding on to stuff sometimes that we need to let go. And sometimes we just need to talk it out, back to the kitchen table, talk it out, And as you release that stress and release all those things that you can't change, but then when you bring God in, like you said, and ask him to help, you said it's all right to have God and a therapist too.
You will need him. I need him. Before when I enter my office, I pray over my office. I'm from old school, so with the oil and the lamp. Come on now. But I would pray over my office. I would pray over my patient list for the day. Just the Lord to give me the correct things to say. Because I know that when people come to me, they are searching for something, and they're holding on to everything that I may say. I don't want to give someone the incorrect information based on because I'm not having a good day or something's going on in my life. Life be happening over here as well. And so I have to pray, God, give me the right things to say. Lead me to the right tools and things to use with this person today. And if I cannot help you, I'm definitely not going to hurt you.
Right.
I will, refer you on to someone else in my network. Hey, this will be a better fit.
Right. Yes.
And so it's just really about when you leave the office, when you leave an environment with me, just sitting here, I want to leave you better than how I found you. That's my goal, because I may not see you anymore today. I may not see you anymore,
Right.
but at least I've left a lasting impression that, hey, everything is going to be okay.
Yeah, I got you.
And I love when people say, I'm praying for you. We say that a lot. But my thing is this, and I don't mean any disrespect when I say this, we have to be more than just thoughts and prayers these days.
Yeah.
People need action. They can't come to you and you tell them, I'm praying for you.
Right.
When you come to me, yes, I'm praying for you, but here's a resource for you.
Right. Yes.
Here's a number to call for you.
Yes. Yeah.
Here's a place where you can go
Yeah.
to receive additional help and service. I'm still praying for you.
Yeah. Right.
But I'm still also operating in that gift that I prayed to have.
Yeah, that's
which is
it.
to give you those resources. And so I think we have to put some action behind that. I'm praying for you. I'm going to keep you in my prayers. And we go on about our business. I don't know if the folks don't pray or not.
God, yeah.
We go.
Yeah.
And so I try to be intentional when I tell someone I'm praying for them. I'm praying for you. I am praying for you.
Yeah.
But here.
Right.
Call Kareem.
Yeah.
Here. Seek out Miss Marlo Young. Here's the food pantry information.
Yeah.
Here. Because I'm praying for you does not change you approaching me with an empty stomach. And I deal with hierarchy of needs when you come into my practice.
Wow, that's awesome.
I can't sit there and you're telling me, and I'm saying, well, how are you feeling today? Are you feeling depressed? Are you having an anxiety? And I hear your stomach growling. Let's stop. Girl, when's the last time you ate?
Yeah.
Yeah,
practical. Yeah.
We have to use some common sense in our gifts as well.
You're right.
And so, I love what I do.
Well,
I really do.
I mean, yeah, I can. Yeah, it comes out. I tell people it's like in the morning when you go brush your teeth. You can hold a toothpaste in your hand, take the top off, nothing happens till you apply pressure.
Yes.
And then till you apply pressure to the tube, what's on the inside comes out. Glory to God. So we thank God for that. Let's go into our third question. Many people struggle in silence. We talked about that already. Mm-hmm. And what are some of the signs that someone may need support, even if they don't recognize it?
Pay attention to your friends. Pay attention to your partners, even the people that you attend church with. Pay attention to that. Sometimes we just like to say, she hadn't been to church in 5 months.
Yeah.
Okay. If you know she's there every Sunday,
wow.
Let's pay. It's absent. They're absent for things that they just previously enjoyed. Wow. They are withdrawn from their families. They're spending a lot of time alone. An increase in sleeping. You notice they're not eating. They're just not talking. Just a lot of withdrawal. Pay attention to that. Yeah. Check on them. What can I do to help you?
That's
what do
awesome.
you need today?
Yeah. What do you need today?
What do you need today? Because some people, once they start spiraling into depression, they don't know what they need.
How to get up.
And they don't know how to articulate what's going on.
Wow.
And they may just say, I'm fine, I'm okay. What can I help you with today? Depression looks like dishes piled up in the sink.
Oh, my goodness.
It looks like laundry not done. It looks like just a messy home. Depression looks like laziness. And sometimes we'll tell people, you just need to get up. Depression is actually you sitting on the side of the bed for 2 hours listening to the shower run, but you hadn't gotten up to take the shower yet. Because even small tests like that, once you get into major depression, it seems like a chore.
Woo.
Pay attention to that. Everyone isn't just lazy or just not motivated. People are going through things.
And I tell you, real talk with Dr. Smith. You're hearing it live here at Urban One 2018. Come on now. And it's back to people that we love.
Yes.
It's our uncles, it's our cousins, it's our friends, it's our aunties, it's mothers and fathers, people that we love. And so we get some clear understanding, because when you said that, like people not coming to church, well, I never connected that to what you're talking about. And so because it's a break in the routine, and that, why are they absent?
Yeah.
And but then to again, that put another tool in my toolbox to reach out, and go by and then, offer support and conversation to people that can help them break that cycle, and then, come back into, get some normalcy back into their life. Man, this is awesome. I love it. Let's go into our fourth question. What advice would you give someone who has been thinking about therapy but is afraid or hesitant to take the first step?
Oh, don't be ashamed to reach out to a therapist. Mental health doesn't mean crazy.
Right, yeah.
It doesn't mean that you are not capable of making decisions, but more importantly, it does not mean that you are weak.
Yeah.
That is actually a strength when you recognize that I need additional support, I
Okay.
need additional service.
Yeah.
So do not be afraid to reach out and seek the help that you deserve.
Wow.
You deserve this. Mental health is health care, and that's what I try to stress. It is health care. It's called mental health. It's health care. If you are hurting, you're going to soon go to the doctor. I don't care how much you dread the doctor or the dentist. You're going to soon get there, because that pain is going to let me call my doctor.
Yeah.
It's the same way if you are depressed or you're facing anxiety, you're going through life transitions, you don't know which way to turn, reach out to someone.
Wow.
Reach out to someone. But more importantly, don't be ashamed to make that first step. Reach out. Get the help you deserve.
Yeah, get the help you deserve, because like just like couples, like husband and wife, pillow talk, So the other day, I think, I guess a couple of days ago, me and my wife, we was having pillow talk, and so but that pillow talk that we had, voicing things and expressing things, and it brings you back to a place of refocusing your life,
Yes.
and your goals and the things that you're trying to accomplish in life, and from the from the mental side, but then from the everyday busy person side, sometimes we're walking in those areas unintentionally, because why we got tunnel vision, and now we don't see our mate or people in our circle, people that's around us, that we can come back and say, hey, refocus,
Right.
and begin to reach out, and because sometimes you'll slip in some of those little tunnel vision mindsets. But then when you recognize them, that's the great thing about reevaluating yourself, coming back to the platform where I can be an asset and not a liability.
Yes.
And so to be able to help people get through some things, I mean, awesome, man. I tell you, so wow, great interview. Great. So let's go. Well, so let me ask you this question.
Okay.
When did you really know that you knew that you were called to this?
Oh goodness. So it would have been for me December of 2000, and I believe 3. So I did not start off to be a therapist. This is not my first career choice. This is nothing that I decided I was going to do.
Yeah.
I was selected that summer. I just finished my bachelor's degree in college, so I just graduated from college, and I was selected one out of 7 individuals in the United States to go and study at the University of Medicine and Dentistry in Piscataway, New Jersey. And so I was there in medical school. That's my love.
Wow.
And so I remember sitting in class with Dr. Menza was my professor, and he was also my mentor. He was responsible for me because I was from Alabama. I didn't know anything about the city. I had to learn to train from Penn Station, New Jersey to Penn Station, New York. I had to ride several modes of transportation to get to where I needed to every day. He was responsible for me.
Yeah.
And so I was sitting in class that day, and we were talking about the brain and sugar. And how much, drinking so much, Cokes and stuff, how much sugar they have and how it affects the brain. And I remember afterwards, he said, Theresa, I would like you to go out to dinner with my wife and I. And so I said, okay. And he said, Theresa, I see that you love medicine. I see it, but every time we're having a discussion, you are moving away from the focus. You're no longer talking about how to treat the body with medication.
Wow.
You're always talking about, well, what we gonna do once we get them medicated. Because I remember one day I had to catch myself because I said, well, all you're doing is giving them medicine. You're not really healing helping the problem.
Right, yeah.
Because this is one of our psychiatry classes.
Yeah.
And that's when he said, have you considered becoming a therapist? And I was like, no. And see, at that time, I was looking like, so I said, psychiatrists make so much more money.
Yeah.
And so when I left there, I came back home, but I had enough credit hours that I already accomplished. So I came back home with a master's degree in counseling.
Okay.
And so apparently I was good at it, and people love to bring their kids to me. I started working with children and adolescents.
Oh, come on now, yeah.
And so people just kept bringing their kids to me, And then, I was like, why are you bringing kids? I don't even like to work with kids.
Yeah.
But that's who God placed. That's where God placed me at that time. And I just continue to say, God, if this is what you would have me to do, if this is the path that you would have me to do, number one, I need you to bless me on this path. Mm-hmm. Number two, I need you to help me get over the grief and loss of not receiving a white coat, because that was what I decided to do.
Wow.
That's one of the things where you say we have plans and we have to laugh at it because God has something totally different from us. But no, this was not what I set out to be. I never was like, I'm going to college to become a therapist. I was going to college to become a medical doctor.
Wow,
and I ended up here. And that's still a desire of mine. It's still there. It is still there. But I really have met some wonderful people on my journey as a therapist. I love that when I see patients I've worked with years ago and I see them and they're just like, oh, wow, guess what I'm doing now? I have several patients that have now just really gotten it together.
Wow.
They are not therapists.
Yeah.
We stay in contact with one another. I supervise them, some of them in North Carolina.
Okay.
And so it's just like, okay, I'm using my platform to make a difference. But no, I didn't start off
wanting to do that.
No.
That's how most of your callings are like that. When God is calling you to preach, oh no, no, not me. Go get somebody else, And I always tell people, the way you know that you're called is the thing that God's calling you. You do not want to do it.
No, you do not, because I'm like, okay, say my name again so I can make sure that it's you who's calling me, into this, because I'm walking away from money. I'm like, okay, I'll say it one more time.
Say that one more time.
But at the end of the day, I love what I do. This may not have been my first career choice, but I would not trade it for the world. I've been in different settings. I've worked in the prison setting. I worked on death row. I've worked with children and adolescents. I work with victims of sexual abuse, child abuse.
Wow.
I also work with offenders.
Okay.
So I'm on both sides of the desk. I would not change it at all at this point. I love it.
I just started going into the prison through Apostle Julius Hastings. He has outreach ministry there. And so really I started going in with Kairos first with Pastor Herbert. And so at Holman, and then now we over at Fountain.
At Fountain.
Yeah, and so it's you go into these environments with what they call a free person mindset, and then when you get in there and you still not really realizing what really transpires or in that type of environment, and but it's still reaching out to. Because when I go up there and meet those guys, man, when they come in for church, it's just like, man, you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You don't, it's no stereotyping. It's just like, I said, man, these people are cool. That's what I say. I'll be saying to myself, I said, how did they get in here? They so cool, And so it's like the first time I met you, when we first met for the first time. And it was just something different about you. But then your gift will make room for you, going into those places. And that God has opened up doors to things that I'm doing in my life. I never thought I would do. Because see, when I got out of high school, I was illiterate. I didn't start reading till I was 26.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't start reading till I was 26. And it's amazing because when my boss would tell me to go, I was mechanically inclined. If you looked at me and you could show me something, I could do it and I could catch on real quick because, and I had that gifting, but when it came to reading and expressing myself through word, those two tools were not in my toolbox. And so that going back, that's a mental thing too that holds a lot of people captive in our Black community.
Right.
Because there's so many people that are like me, like I was, that are held captive today, and they keep that in silence. But when I first told people that, they looked at me like, "No, I can't believe that." But it set me free.
Mm-hmm.
It set me free when I first voiced it. I was embarrassed when I first did it, but then I kept telling it, and the more I said it, the more it released me. And then I realized it's so many people like that in our communities that have the same skeleton in the closet that I had for years. And but here it is. I made a statement. I said, I don't care how much it costs. I said, my kids and my grandkids will never go through what embarrassment that I went through.
Right.
Yeah. But what we're hearing today, just what she said, that's still in therapy. That's still breaking out of the box. That's still what improving your life. That's still, showing somebody that you can don't have to stay where you are. You can come out. God has something better for your life. And if he had something better for me, glory be to God. I know he can do it for a whole lot of people. Man, I tell you, awesome. Real talk with Dr. Smith, Theresa Smith. I tell you, I'm just going to give her a good hand clap. Man, this is awesome, man. This interview is going to go viral, I believe, because it's just some great stuff. So let's wrap it up. So we're coming into our last question. Before we wrap up, what's one message you would like every viewer to remember about mental health and healing?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So what I would like people to remember is that you are not alone. You are not alone. Your struggles that you're going through, whatever obstacles you are facing, you are not alone. Like you said earlier, life be life, and that's the thing. That it does. I am not exempt from grief and loss, depression, anxiety, feeling things about myself, self-esteem, self-confidence, just because I am a doctor, just because I am a therapist. I am not exempt from any of it.
Yeah.
Okay. I have tools that I have learned to get through this.
Wow.
You can also have those same tools in your toolbox to get through the things that you are facing, but you are not alone. Please reach out to either myself or another mental health provider. Do not suffer in silence. That is why we are here. That's why we are here. I really believe that God took me from one field of study and placed me in this field so that I could be on platforms like this to share my message and to help other people. Please, whatever you do, know that you're not alone. You are worth it. Amen. You are worth it. Get up every day and you're not in competition with anyone other than the person you were yesterday. Keep going and keep pushing. It's not over. And always, I have to remind myself when I'm having those days and I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to remember what God told me.
Right. Yeah.
I have to remember what he told me. And so I keep that message on the forefront. I remember, okay, today is a tough day for you. I deal with chronic illnesses. I deal with a lot of things. I deal with grief and loss of both of my parents.
Yes.
And so I have to remember what God told me.
Wow.
And that's what keeps me going.
Yes.
You hold on to something, even if it's not just a little bit of hope.
Yes.
Hold on to it.
But
do not be ashamed to reach out and receive help. I do not care where you go. Walk into your local emergency room. Some emergency rooms have mental health iPads.
Sure.
Some of them I'm connected with, so you may see me there. But you tell them, hey, I'm going through a mental health crisis. I need some help. They know how to get crisis therapists out there. They have mobile crises, especially in rural communities.
Wow.
You are not by yourself. Call 311. Call your pastor. He now has resources.
Yes.
to get someone on the line. Call me, DM me. I've had people to DM me on Facebook. This is going on, and it's a crisis.
Right.
And so I immediately get up, do what I need to do, get them to help.
Wow, that's awesome.
People, we're out here and we want I want to see my brothers and sisters thrive.
Yes.
You're not by yourself, but remember that you are worthy of this type of health care. This is mental health. It does not mean anything is wrong with you. Do not be ashamed. Come get the help you deserve.
Right. Yes, man. I tell you, awesome. Great interview. And I could say it's like going to the grocery store, items you need to put into your cart before you check out,
Yeah.
And so take one of those when trouble moments. And like I said, I self-talk to myself as well,
Yeah.
and I'll say, hold on. This is what I told myself the other day. I said, I thought me and you were friends. I thought me and you were close. I said, why you let all these intruders come into our house?
Yeah, you have to check your own stuff sometimes. Like, what's going on?
Wait. No, shut up. I thought me and you were friends. And this is what I told somebody, they just fell out laughing. I said, man, I just want to tell you something so you can tell those intruders that's trying to steal my joy and take me back and hold me captive. I said, tell them they got to get out. I said, I'm not giving them 30 days. I'm giving
Right.
I said, I'm writing it right now. I said, but I just want you to pass the information on because you the one let them in.
But that's taking control of your day.
Yeah.
You set the tone for your day. You take control of your day. You tell the mind, you train it and tell it what it's going to do. You're in control.
That's right. And so if it works for me, try it. It'll work for you. And I always tie scripture with it, Romans 12:1-2, renewing your mind.
Yes.
With what God said rather than what I feel and what I sense. My environments are changed just like the thermostat in your car, just like the thermostat in the church. If you want it cooler, you got to get up, like you say, and do something. You got to go to the thermostat and put the desired temperature that you want in there. And the AC unit would do the rest.
We'll do the rest.
So Miss Theresa, Doctor, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a great interview. God bless you. And she had a little son here with us today, and he's 11. So it's just an honor to have both of them here today. God bless you. And we hope this interview has brought some information, insight to our community, the great city of Atmore, Alabama. And so just another joy. Real Talk with Dr. Theresa Smith. This is Urban One 2018. I'm your host, Wayne Johnson. Until next time, may God richest blessing be upon you.
Thanks for watching the Urban One 2018 show with your host, Wayne Johnson, the talk show dedicated to inspiring individuals from all walks of life. Every week, we have the privilege of hosting remarkable guests who provide profound insights on a wide range of topics. From local influencers to esteemed regional and national figures, they generously share their experiences and wisdom to spark positive change in our communities. We sincerely hope that today's episode has left you inspired and motivated. Join us again next week as we continue to uplift and empower. Until then, may you be blessed. From all of us at the Urban One 2018 show with your host, Wayne Johnson.